All right, welcome back. We're going to continue the Stardew Granny Challenge. And I've received a lot of good tips, and I've done some research to sort of give ourselves the best possible chance of continuing this run without having to reset it. Because we've gotten past the first two major hurdles. Lewis, actually, I might as well show you here. Oh, there's like a spider? What the? It's been so long since I streamed. I've got a hold. What the? What? All right. It was a small spider. Don't worry. Okay. Um, where were we? Yeah. The the birthdays, right? We made it past Lewis. We got a gift for him. That was pretty dope. We also made it past Haley. I believe it was the coconut, right? We got a coconut in the traveling cart on her birthday, and it was pretty awesome. But then immediately following that, I think that's where we've paused. That's where we're picking back up, and we got to prepare for these other birthdays. Pam is pretty safe. I mean, she is 100% safe. We've got a parsnip, and we can buy beer for her. We can buy pizza or beer for Shane. We can buy the price catalog for Pierre. So we have to make sure that we go to the what is it, the bookseller, to get the catalog. I'll have to check the calendar to see what day the bookseller shows up. And then Emily, we should be fine with getting a gem for her. But I made some more slides for us here. But we need to start getting ready for summer. So even though all these birthdays are easy, summer birthdays are going to be pretty tough, especially Jas. Jas's gifts are not guaranteed. It actually could be quite a problem. There is a chance we could still get the pink cake at the saloon, and we could get the fairy rose in the traveling cart. And I think also plum pudding we can get at the saloon in the traveling cart. But these dolls, the fairy box we can't access until that's like a late game item. Hey, Perks, what's up? Hey, yeah, thanks. Welcome back to you too. The ancient doll we can get from fishing, or from artifact spots. And so that's kind of my plan. We also need to start planning for Elliot. Elliot's birthday, I believe, is in fall. Yeah, he's not a summer birthday. But someone had mentioned that on Elliot's birthday, if it's raining, he stays in his cabin the whole day. So we need to start gifting him to get up to 2 hearts. Hey, 27, and hey, Ani, welcome in. How's it going? We need to get Elliot up to 2 hearts so that in the event on his birthday that it's raining, we can still access the cabin to go and give him his gift. But that brings up the question, right? I've advertised this as loved gifts only, though in my original conception, I was thinking that this was only for the birthdays. You only need to give them loved gifts on their birthdays. Are you allowed to give them liked gifts on other days? I don't know. I haven't fully decided. Like, the birthday has to be a loved gift. But if it's not a birthday, then maybe it's okay to give them just a liked gift, you know? Because we're going to have to get Elliot up to whatever. And hold on a second. Let me pull something up. Give me a minute here. Oh wait, Ani, no, I didn't see I haven't checked my YouTube comments. So I haven't seen whatever you wrote about remedies. But thank you. I'll check them in a little bit. Um Elliot, crab cakes, duck feather, lobster, pomegranate, squid ink, and tom kha soup. Well, of these is crab wait, can oh oh we have to okay, no. We can't get crab cakes. I was thinking because Gus will sell the crab cakes, but not until we've gotten the 6 heart cutscene with Willy. I need to think about this, and we can't get the recipe. It's a year 2 recipe. We might have to go for lobster and pomegranate. I'm wondering, like, lobster is pretty rare. It has a pretty low chance of showing up uh, in the crab pot. But it might be worth moving our crab pots over to the sea. Or maybe we could, I mean, we're checking the traveling cart, you know, so we might be able to just get the gifts from there uh, for Elliot. His birthday's fall 5th. We don't need to worry too much about this. But there are little questions like, how many gifts do you have to give before you get like hearts? I used to know these calculations, and like there are the calculations like we can look up here on the wiki, but I don't know. It's a little too much. A pomegranate sapling has fall. It only grows in the fall. But we can get pomegranates from the bat cave. I was even thinking, like, what if we got the bundles? What if we unlock the greenhouse? Because then in the greenhouse we'd be able to set up, you know, all of our trees and everything. Man, there's too much. there's... But basically, okay, look, we can't solve every problem right now. But I had put a rain totem on here for some reason. But let's see. So some of my goals for the next 2 weeks: build a well for watering crops, because I'm kind of tired doing it like running over, you know. And I think we can do it for, it's not a hard thing to build. Actually, on that note, let's look up the well. How much? It's 1,000 gold and 75 stone. So it's a really cheap thing. I might as well build one so I don't have to keep running down to the water. And this is a very granny object to build. I have never built a well. I mean, I have, I think, in my original file, I built a well as a decorative object, but I've never built the well in the beginning of the game, which is when it's like one of the first items that you're told to build, like in the whatever, in your journal. Hey Mao, what's up? Welcome in. So I was thinking, you know, for the Granny challenge, we'll build a well. Granny is old and frail. We got to minimize her steps on the farm. She already has too much work to do. I want to get to level 9 foraging for the rain totem. Why did I want this? Hold on, let me think for a second. There is some reason. Yes, I remember now. The help wanted quests can sometimes screw you over by asking for you to catch a fish that is impossible to catch. Meaning, it'll be a fish you can only catch in rain. The help wanted will always ask for a fish that can be caught during your season, but you might not have the weather to complete the quest. So getting up to level 9 foraging would be a good way to ensure that we can complete those quests. And I think there needs to be an exception for the help wanted quests when they are truly impossible. Like there are some quests that might just be might be too difficult, like impossible to get. I don't know for sure like how the logic works, if it always for every item, if it's like, oh, you know, if like we get a quest in at the beginning of summer, for example, and it asks for a melon on the second, and we have to turn a melon in on the third. Well, we obviously can't do that. Melons take like 2 weeks to grow, right? So in those cases, right, where it's just, I think we'll have to be stricter about it in future years or future seasons when we have more of a stockpile, or we should have more of a stockpile of items to complete every help wanted quest. But I might loosen up the rules, right? That some help wanted quests, it needs to be in the spirit of the challenge, right? So if it asks for a melon, after, obviously, you know, if on the 14th it asks for a melon in summer, then, and you don't have a melon, then yeah, you failed, right? Because you could have gotten it. But that being said, I do want to do everything I can to ensure at least I'll have the opportunity to catch rainfish, for example. So that's why, and I think getting level 9 foraging is probably also just a good skill to go for. And that's another thing. I want to get the steel pickaxe to get the hardwood. And you'll see the rain totem requires hardwood truffle oil. So we need to start getting the, like maybe the barn, right? Build a barn for pigs. We got to build the barn and upgrade it. We have to make tappers to get the pine tar for, there's a lot of work that's going into this, and it hopefully won't be needed. You know, like it's pretty rare that you're going to get a rainfish in the, you know, in the help wanted quests. But I don't know. We'll just start working towards it anyways. I think it's good to have some goals that aren't just about the birthdays, I guess. And then this is the big thing. This is probably the number one thing here. I need to start checking the artifact spots daily. Running around the map for the artifact spots and resetting, because I think like I don't want the challenge to just be RNG, you know, and like I just keep resetting till I get the best RNG. That is admirable if other people do it, but that just sounds like just the most painful thing. I'd rather actually complete the challenge on a lower difficulty than to prove how much of a badass I am resetting, you know, hundreds of hours possibly. So yeah, I might make use of this daily reset allowed in order to maximize my chance of getting the ancient doll and the Jack Be Nimble book for Alex. Is Alex here? Yeah, Alex here is on the 13th. Let me pull Alex up. I probably should. Alex is also a difficult birthday because we won't have the recipe for complete breakfast. I think that's like a bunch of recipes you need for this, or salmon dinner. And basically we need to get complete breakfast or salmon dinner at the saloon or the traveling cart. Right. Yeah, fried egg, milk, hash browns, pancakes. It's a year 2 recipe. You know, there's no way we're gonna get this. It's the Jack Bean, but this actually we could get. So that's why I want to do the artifact spots. The chance for the book to drop starts at 0.8% and increases by 0.2% for each spot dug until it is dropped. Then the chance stays at 1.3% permanently. And we can't purchase it from the bookseller until year 3. So I think this is a good one that we can go for from artifact spots because it's like a 1 in 100 chance. And the thing about artifact spots is that when you use, we check, this is why the daily reset is needed. When we check all the artifact spots on like Monday, if we don't get what we want, we reset the day. And then the next day, it rolls a new set. The artifact spots still have a strong chance of remaining in the ground. And then we run them again, and then we see, and then we can see. And that'll maximize our chance of getting the Ancient Doll. So we'll be able to check more artifact spots. The Ancient Doll, and then also this power book that we have to save. Other things that I need to do. Yes, I need to get a catfish for Willy when it rains. We can double check this. Hold on. Catfish. It is, yeah, spring and fall. And Willy's birthday, if we see here, is he a summer birthday? Yeah, he's end of summer. So getting a catfish for him might be our best bet, because we're probably going to get another rain day before the end of spring. So we just got to remember to do that. So this is like my to-do list of things to remember. It was so long ago that I wrote this. It's been too long since we've played. Sorry, guys. Save a lobster for Elliot. We were talking about that earlier. But yeah, also for Elliot, we need to start gifting him in the off chance that it does rain on his birthday. It's funny because you can guarantee a rain day, but you can't guarantee a sun day. Well, a sunny day. So that's kind of problematic. But also other things we can do. Yeah. Clear the farm of debris and then build a coop and a barn. So most of the stuff that we did those first 2 weeks of spring were about fishing. But now I'm going to move towards foraging and artifact spots. I mean, we'll be spending a lot of our energy every morning anyways, watering our crops, but that's okay. Okay, the well. What do we need? 75 stone and 1,000 gold. Maybe we could go and purchase that. All right, give me a second here. Let's get back into it. Let's get back to Granny's farm. By the way, it is so hot in my apartment right now. I don't have air conditioning. I just have a fan. And we are in a heat wave here in Finland. And it's not that bad. It could be worse, of course. I don't know why I'm checking the fortune. The weather. And it's going to rain tomorrow. So tomorrow could be a good day to go and catch some catfish. So today, actually, what I'm going to do first is run around the map. I'm going to ignore all this. I want to first look for artifact spots, right? Just to see what we got. If we've got any. This is not an artifact spot. It's just the carrots or whatever. I don't know why I'm probably going to have to reset the day anyway because it's such a low chance of getting what we need. But in the off chance that we do get it, I might as well just collect the forage. I might run down here. There's usually an artifact spot or two around here. No. I could really use the larger, I don't know, screen. ADV, welcome in. How are you? Yeah, no artifact spots over here. The salmon berries could be really good to stock up on. It used to be a bug. I think it's been patched. But there was a bug with the way that the berries would spawn, so that like if you sleep and wake up the next day, you only get a certain number of berries. But if you exit to the title screen and load back into the farm, you get twice as many berries. It was a weird... I don't know. For some reason, the game loads the berries differently, or it used to. I think Concerned Ape patched it. All right, I don't know. What the heck? Okay, there aren't half as many artifact spots as I would like. Oh, we also have this. We might as well check it. Earth crystal for Robin. Do we even have an earth crystal? What do we got there? Vegetable medley. We could have used that a while back. For frickin' Lewis. Alright, do we see any other artifact spots around here? I do see one there. We'll check it. Check the trash. I'm not being super thorough. I need to repair that. We could repair the bridge. I mean, there is a lot of forage that we could pick up. But one thing is, I'm not sure how annoyed I am going to get by this strategy of constantly resetting. Checking artifact spots and resetting. But I know if I don't do it, I'm going to regret it if we don't get Jass's gift. We have 2 weeks to get it, so it's not the end of the world if we don't, but... Oh wow, there's a lot of spring onions. Yeah. I'm going to leave all of this because I have a feeling I'm going to reset. Save the artifact spots. I might also only reset a few. Like, instead of doing this every day, running around, I might wait. Because as you can see, there's like no artifact spots. I forget exactly when artifact spots reset. I believe it's the same as forage. So like every Sunday they reset. Maybe you don't get as many at the beginning of the week. But it might be different. It might be totally different. I don't see. Yeah, I don't see that. Are there any on my farm? We also need to clear this up. Lots of work to do. Oh yeah, maybe up here there's sometimes a few. Yeah, there's at least one over here. Nothing. Yeah, I feel the same, DV. I feel like I don't know, I shouldn't complain. I feel like I sleep okay. I sleep well enough, but it's hard for me to sleep past a certain time, you know? All right, I'm going to have to reset the day. I'm going to look on the other side of this. All right. Let's just quickly reset. Yeah, remember to drink. That's another thing. I've been drinking so much water. It's awful. All right. We're going to go and build the well. Where am I going to build it, though? Okay, fine. I'll give you some water. Mizo. We should rename our cat. I don't feel like Mizo is a good name for a grandma's cat, you know? Yeah, have some sport drink. Make sure you get your electrolytes in. Why did I get so many crops? Why? Why did I think this was a good idea? I don't know. All right. I got to refill twice. Well, actually 3 times, because I'll probably have to refill after this for tomorrow. But at least we're getting some good crops. You know what I mean? We're setting ourselves up for success. We're making sound financial investments. By the way, I made a bunch of slides on Granny lore. Maybe I can share some of that. I feel like I take so long just to talk about the most basic stuff. Actually, I want to play the game too. I don't want to just be like doing a slideshow presentation for you guys. Yeah, look. Almost exactly, you know, whatever, 3 full cans of water. How about that? Okay. I feel like today we're gonna purchase wait a second. What the heck is this? I totally forgot. Well, that's good. Sorry, I'm like in silence, like just confused. Hold on, wait, and what about this? This is a summer. Okay, cabbage, red cabbage is summer. Complete breakfast, so we don't need to worry about Alex. Alex is fine. We've got a gift for Alex. We're safe. Wow, okay. Well, that's good news. Also, remember, we have to check the help wanted board. So I already know it's the earth crystal, so we'll go and give that as well. But I think actually today, this is a good opportunity. There was a bunch of good stuff lying around. We can clean up a little bit here. All right. I do want to pick up stuff, do the foraging. I need to leave this. So I'm leaving all those artifact spots for tomorrow, or at least I'm taking note of them for tomorrow. So there is one up here in the backwoods. By the way, do I have... Oh, I don't have any magnet rings. I haven't been into the cave yet, right? The mines. I know there are some berries over there I could get, but I'm just gonna leave them. I don't want to run everywhere. Is it possible for stuff to spawn here, like an artifact spot to spawn? Because you would never be able to see it. That tree doesn't turn transparent. Are there any Oh, I thought there would be some berries there. Also, you know what? Let's clean this up. How about we get the living hat? Yeah, who was the quest for? Oh, first of all, let me just double check. Yeah, Pam is our next birthday. Bookseller is on the next Monday. We have to make sure we get this. If I don't want the run to end just because I'm dumb. We can reset the day, but we can't go back, like an extra day back. We can't save scum and jump back in time multiple days. Robin wants this. Oh, actually, I should have done this already. Let's purchase our well. Let's get our well. So she starts building it. Boom. Anchovy. I'm glad I opened the journal. Because today should be the last day for Demetrius. Okay. Where should I build it? I kind of feel like, well, we can't put it... Here's not so great. Actually, up here is pretty good. I like this. Because there's still room to run around it. Like that. Okay. Give me a second. Yeah, 2 beers this week for birthday presents is easy. Yeah, I think though instead we're gonna get the pizza for whatever and for whatever for Shane, and then the I think we have a parsnip for Pam. Anchovy. What time? Any time in the ocean, right? So let's go and do that. We need to do that now because I can't remember when Demetrius goes to bed or whatever. Wait. I have to catch 4 of them. I also need to get some bait. I'm just gonna put all this. All right, let's catch our anchovies. Oh shoot, I don't have energy. I feel like I'm more likely to get anchovies here. Sardine. We actually might be in trouble. We have to catch 4 of them. But then, do I have to go and talk? Because if I still have to go and access Demetrius, it might be a problem. Do I like fishing outside of Stardew? Not really. I grew up fishing quite a bit, actually. I was in Boy Scouts and did that. But I don't go fishing nowadays. And don't really have a desire to. But fishing in Stardew is pretty fun. I'm only getting sardines. What the heck? Well, if it was a sardine quest, we would be fine. Oh my gosh. I'm wondering, am I casting in the wrong spot? Well, you know, I didn't check something. There we go. Finally got 1 anchovy. I realized I forgot to check this. I'm dumb. I should have been using that the whole time. It's anchovy bait. Well, that's fortunate though, at least. We got exactly the bait that we needed. You know? That's funny though. All right, there we go. 2 out of 4. I hate that. I hate this. Whatever update he did to the system here, I really dislike it. Someone explained to me in the comments that it has to do with where the cursor is placed. Like if your cursor is close to your character with a sword or with any tool now. Hold on. Your character will face it, but only if your cursor is like right next to the character. Not if like the cursor is like, I don't know, on the other side of the screen, you know? Dude, where? Give me anchovies. I'm using anchovy bait. What the heck? I'm getting everything but anchovies. Come on. There we go. There we go. Oh, am I done? Oh, I did. I got it. I got him. Okay. Return to Demetrius. All right. There we go. I also need to start some sort of organization system so that I have like, yeah, more chests to kind of, yeah, store stuff. But I think this will do for now. Actually, the most important thing is that I go to Demetrius. So I need to go do that. Completing 2 help wanted quests today. I'd say we're doing pretty well. A strong start to spring. Here he is. The anchovy population was getting out of hand because careless fishermen released way too many for a local tournament. Is that new dialogue for 1.6? Because now we have the fishing frenzies or whatever. Or not. Well, there's the fishing frenzy, which is just like a random event that happens. But then there's also like the fishing competitions. We also got to remember to check this every day. It's been so long, I forgot how to play. Wait. Yeah, beer is 400. Pizza is 600. It costs more for pizza. If we do go for pizza for birthday gifts. We do have some vegetable medleys. Okay, give me... I just want to double check. Vegetable medley. It is loved by Jody, Leah, and Lewis. And these, I mean, these people might be okay. Like, Lewis we just did, so we might not need to worry about him. But, I mean, we might as well get a vegetable medley for Jody for fall. And Leah... in winter. I mean, salad would be easy for her. But I think salad is more expensive. The vegetable medleys are only like $240, so... yeah, we'll do that. We're just gonna buy it up. Look at how much money we got. We gotta spend money to make money, you know what I mean? Boom. Those first 2 weeks were really tough. You like fishing on a still lake? If you don't mind the mosquitoes. Oh, and ice fishing. I've never done that. That's also pretty zen. Your husband's from the UK, so you taught him how to fish. But yeah, no, I'm in the south of Finland. I'm in like the capital region. So I don't live in Helsinki exactly, but kind of nearby. I used to live in Helsinki. Also, okay, I want to pick these up. Put these down here on the ocean. Oh, I also want to pick up all of this. Oh yeah, I want to build that bridge so I can start getting all the goods over there. Okay. Maybe this is probably the best right here. All right. As a kid, I remember really enjoying fly fishing. I really got into fly fishing because there was so much like technique I really enjoyed learning. It's already 9 p.m. How did the Stardew day just disappear? How much space do I have? I don't even have that much space. I should have used my I was gonna say I should have used my price ticket, but then I would have put something else in my inventory. I don't think I've ever seen this area with spring onions. I've only ever seen them down here. Hey, and then do we get some more foraging experience from that? Come on, give me that. Really wish I had a glow ring right about now. I can probably trash the trash, right? I think that's okay. I think we're good. Doing this at night, not ideal. But I can actually see well enough, surprisingly. I have to be careful. I want to make sure I get back before. Well, I was going to say before midnight, but I don't know. I won't make it back before midnight. It'll be a little after, but I should have plenty of like energy food to make up for whatever energy I don't regain completely. Oh my gosh, I'm dumb. I can't go that way until I upgrade to the steel pickaxe. Okay, we're not too late. We're not too late. All right. I do want to plant these. Well, what came in the mail? I didn't even see that. Oh well. So now it's going to be raining, so we should go. We should go and get the catfish. Helsinki's too busy for your liking. It was too busy for me. I mean, I still really love Helsinki, and as a city, I think it's like actually very calm compared to other cities. But yeah, no, I'm glad I moved outside and I get more nature, but I can pretty easily get into the city center when I need to. But yeah, you're saying I should put a torch in my inventory. I actually have used torches on like floors like 30 in the mines where it's really dark, but I don't know, I'm too degenerate. I just go in the dark if I'm just running around outside. But it is a good piece of advice. All right, let's see. What is the fortune teller for? Oh wait. Weather report for tomorrow. It will be sunny tomorrow. Let's pet the cat. Good news, we don't need to water our crops today. How about that? Also, we can plant. Let's really quickly plant one of those. These carrots may or may not be worth it. One there. And I might as well just do one more. Here. Wait. Why did I think I had a third? I thought I had a third carrot. Never mind. Oh. I shouldn't have. I need to. Yeah. We're probably going to reset the day. But I said I would do this. So this is our strategy. We need to go around and check for the for these. We want to get the ancient doll. I'm not even going to do any foraging. I'm just going to... Let's also just check over here. Just to see... Because sometimes there can be... whatever. Artifact spots. This is going to make the gameplay much slower if I reset every day. If I take like, I don't know, 5 minutes just to run around. But for Jas, I can't think of any better way to get this done. Sort of guarantee that at least we get a good chance. There can be artifact spots here. I mean, the other option we aren't exploring are the treasure chests. Okay, there's no help wanted quest today, which is nice. Right, we still have this one here. And nothing here. Oh, there is one up here. I didn't even see that. Nothing. There is a strange doll up here. But we don't have access to the secret note that tells us that information. And we can't start getting those secret notes till much later. I feel like I did look at all the options for Jas, and it's like we have no other option besides this, basically. I mean, this. Oh yeah, Robin's axe is here. We could do that. It kind of sucks, but at least I'm doing everything in my power under the current set of rules, you know, to maximize my chance of getting what we need. Though I do wonder No, it can't. I was gonna say, I wonder if going for treasure chests might be a play, because in one of our previous runs we got 2 ancient dolls back to back, but the chance of getting an ancient doll in a treasure chest is even less than getting it from an artifact spot. Like, it's an insanely low number. Hey Victor, what's up? Thank you, appreciate that. Pierre store sells fertilizers. So, I'll take the bait with me. I do want to go fishing. I want to go get catfish. So I'll go get the fishing rod. I'm trying to think, was there other stuff that I want to do today? Another thing, like, we could start cleaning up the debris on the farm and collecting resources for the barn, but I feel like catfish is the main thing we should worry about. Yeah. Let me just double check the calendar. Yeah, Pam is on Thursday. Traveling cart could give you the cake for Jas, but chances that happening is not likely. Yeah. We're more likely to get the pink cake in the saloon. But yeah. I like to fish over here. But yeah, the traveling cart could give us the pink cake. Or is it plum pudding as well? Or is that somebody else? Actually. Where's Jas? Do I have... Well, we have Alex, so we know Alex is safe. Let's pull up Jas. Yeah, the fairy rose we could get in the... Yeah, and plum pudding. So checking the artifact spots might not be as critical. Like, we might be okay. But yeah. It's still worth it, I think, to try and get the ancient doll, because we might not get pink cake or plum pudding in either the saloon or the traveling cart. Plum pudding maybe isn't even in. Yeah, plum pudding doesn't even show up in the saloon. It's not a saloon item. But you can get it in the traveling cart. It's a winter recipe. So of course, yeah. Yeah, it's so difficult. We don't have any recipes, like we have nothing. But it's good to check. Oh, what is this? We got a catfish for Willie. Hey. Okay, I'm getting trolled so hard here. I need to lock in. Boom. That's one. I'm gonna catch a few just to have as backups for quests or other random things. I don't know. Wait, what about pike? Oh shoot, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, I almost lost this one. I was reading chat. I didn't realize I got a catfish. Yeah, pike is also quite difficult. But for some reason, I think pike is that a spring fish? I don't think so. By the way, I want to see what fishing level 9. We're still level 9 fishing. It would be nice to get level 10. Also, it would be nice to get some treasure chests, which we haven't gotten. What the heck? But yeah, we need to think more about Elliot. Are we going to give Elliot some liked gifts, not just loved? I kind of feel like it should be loved gifts only. But I also kind of feel like, well, maybe it's okay for it to be loved gifts only on birthdays. Like, how hardcore is grandma, you know? Come on. Well, we did get an artifact, but not the one we needed. If we could have gotten the ancient doll there, that would have been clutch. How many do I have? Okay, only 3 catfish. I want to stockpile. For Willie, and I don't know if there are other quests, like help wanted quests. Sad. But yeah, I've been waking up so early in the morning because of the heat and the sunlight. That was an easy catfish. Which means I've been going to bed at like 9 p.m. because I know that I'm going to wake up at like 4 a.m. no matter what. I don't mind waking up early. I kind of like it. I like having the early morning hours. Come on. Give me that ancient doll. Give it to me. What do we got? Well, we got an ornamental fan. We are getting artifacts from fishing, which is nice. All right, then maybe this should be the last one. Man, this is a crazy catfish. It's all jerky, herky-jerky. Good thing I got a big fishing bar. There we go. Living like a true granny. Fried mushroom. Let's see if that's a gift. George loves it. But he also likes leek, and we do have a lot of leeks. And we might get the recipe in the mail anyway from Demetrius. How much was it? 400? You know what? We'll get one as a backup. Always good to have a backup. All right? Granny's not taking any chances. Also, I need to use my ticket. That peach sapling. When do I plant it? In summer. Oh, so we should plant this like now so that we can start getting peaches in the middle of summer. Feel like I should take a few things that are kind of like not needed. But I don't know. I should probably also upgrade my my backpack and just get all the slots. I might as well forage for these, the salmon berries. Like, it's not ideal to run around and pick up forage every day, because the forage should stay until the end of the week. But since the salmon berries are respawning, I kind of feel like it is fine. We'll pick up everything along the way. Salmon berries are good for energy. Not so good to sell. But I feel like we need the energy right now. With the amount of watering crops we have to do, maybe with fishing. Oh wait, I can also use the scythe. I must have learned this at some point. You can use the scythe to collect the salmon berries. That's nice. Now, I'll put it there. I don't know where to plant it, but that's good enough. Okay. Now we still have some energy. So I'm thinking we might as well start clearing up some more debris. With all this. This is also good in that it should give us more space for artifact spots to spawn. think I forgot to check an artifact spot there today. Or I should say yesterday when I reset the day. Okay. Let's go back. Now go to sleep. I was thinking about smelting, but I'm also thinking, like, I don't know. I might need the ore for something. Queen of sauce, let's double check. Oh wait, well today we have to run around anyway, just check our... We got our well, that's nice. Yeah, we do have artifact spot there. Yeah, that's not good. Lots of spring onions. Genuinely surprised how fast they respawn. Like, maybe foraging has gotten, like, a lot stronger since the 1.6 update. I don't remember forage being this strong. Oh, my artifact spot is gone. So that's the risk when I'm delaying the artifact spots or forcing the artifact spot to only I guess, yeah, to only use it if it has the ancient doll. It means that eventually the artifact spots despawn, right? Don't see any there. So so we won't get the benefit of the artifact spots if we keep resetting. This is all for you, Jass. A huge pain in the Jass is all I gotta say. You know, you're a kid. You're supposed to just like simple stuff. But now you got me running all around looking for an ancient doll that has a less than 1% chance of showing up. Did I check down here? I can't remember. I think I did, yeah. Yeah. Pretty much checked everywhere. I didn't look everywhere on the farm. But let me also check the this area. What is that? That was like sitting on the edge of the cliff. It was pulling an Alex Honnold on me. It was free soloing its way. Today's Finnish lesson. What is a scythe? I have no idea. What is it? I actually don't know any of the words in Finnish for the tools. An axe, a pickaxe, a hoe, a scythe, a watering... Oh, I should know watering can. I know I've learned watering can at some point, but now I can't think of it. Well, the good news is we got plenty of carrots to sustain us when we run out of energy. If we run out of energy. I do want to get my foraging level up. Let me just check this, right? Foraging is so slow compared to fishing or farming. All right. Watered everything. Oh, except the cat, of course. There you go. Oops. So there was a good amount of forage. I do want to go down to the forest, cinder sap, and get stuff there. A scythe is viikate. Viikate mies is the Grim Reaper, the Scythe Man. That's literally... I think we have a... Look, I'm not going to be judging the Finnish language, but Grim Reaper sounds way cooler and more badass in English than the Scythe Man. You know, like, what? Is he, oh, is he going to come mow your lawn? Better watch out. The lawn guy is coming. Gotta... Grim Reaper. All right. What the heck? Okay, we could return the lost axe. I mean, I think it's still worth it just to go around and collect all these salmon berries. It's Wednesday, so actually I'm gonna go through town first. We also need to check the saloon. I see a dandelion up here. Also, wait, what the heck? I haven't been checking this area. Oh, I did miss some berries, but whatever. Too far away. Fíjate. Mao, you had also forgot the scythe in Finnish. Watering can is a literal translation. Wait, but what is it though? I don't remember. I thought... What? Vesitystölki. I thought there was another word for this. That was one word. I can't think of it. Hey, look, we're getting a break at least. No help wanted quest today. Tomorrow is Pam's birthday. We gotta remember. I'll grab it. Give me that salmon berry. Also, I'm not even paying attention to the community center. We can complete this. Spring foraging bundle. Probably also the spring crops bundle. Maybe that's what it is. Wait, Castellucano. Castellucano. That looks more familiar. I like that. You found my axe. You're welcome. This is kind of nice. We don't need to worry so much about money. Because those first 2 weeks were pretty intense, where we were fishing every day, selling like everything. Checking the saloon and praying. And now we can just vibe a little bit more. That's what I'm in favor of. Wait, is this done? No. I'm forgetting to reset the I need to check the crab pots. Another strategy could be that we make some more crab pots, or we buy some more crab pots. They're really expensive though. But to get the lobster for to get it, yeah, for Elliot. We need to reset those crab pots every day. Oh my gosh, it's on the other side. I don't have the the magnet ring. Sometimes it feels like the scythe is faster, but then sometimes it feels like just clicking on the bush is faster. Because the scythe does an animation, you know? Okay. Oh yeah, we need to run by the saloon. I also need to figure out a plan for getting the ore that I need to upgrade my tools. Because we were getting some from fishing. And... oh, I do need to go through the town. Let's do that first. But we can also just purchase all the ore straight from Clint. So that's expensive if we're going for gold. Although we don't really need gold unless we want to make the upgraded sprinkler, the quality sprinkler. All right, where are you? Fish taco. I think Gus likes the fish taco. Wait. Yeah, Caroline and Gus. We get the recipe from Linus at his 7 Heart event. Caroline. Yeah, Caroline, we don't really need it because we'll be able to get the Summer Spangle for her. But Gus actually might be worth it. We won't have to use a diamond for him. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get it. It's good to have. You know, it's good to have. They're kind of expensive. Should I get 2? I'm just going to get 1. I feel like 1,000 gold is a lot. And I might need the gold for other stuff. Hey, Minerchu. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I tried. I did get past Lewis, yes. We did. We got past Lewis and we got past Vincent. Wait, and where are the birthdays? Wait, we have Jas coming up. It was Haley. Haley was the one. We got a coconut for Haley on her birthday. That was pretty clutch. Okay. I want to clear up my farm a little bit. Was there something else I needed to do today? Like, I don't think I need to do any fishing. I don't think I have any of these. Maybe I could collect whatever for the barn. Yeah. But yeah, oh, a Castellucanu is irrigation can. Okay. Yeah, the next birthday is Pam tomorrow on Thursday. And yeah, the prices do increase after the first year. Yes, I know. I know. Though I'm not as worried about that right now. Obviously, because we're still so early. We're in spring of year 1. I don't really have a strict plan. Let's read our letter. Granny, wait for my return on the dawn of your 3rd year. Grandpa. You know, okay, it's time, it is time I share with you the lore. All right, because it almost seems like that was a love letter or something, you know? All right, you guys, come back. The beginning of stream, we were just going over some of our goals, right? Yeah, our next birthday, you'll see here in spring, is Pam, the 18th. And the letter from Grandpa almost, like, an alternate lore that we could have had for Granny, by the way, would have been for her to be Grandpa's long-lost lover. You know, that she had gone off on her own adventure. Maybe like the Entwives in Lord of the Rings or something. And now she's come back too late. And he's died, and now she has to pick up the pieces. No, that's not the story. Grandpa is her actual grandpa, who has had unnatural long life, akin to Bilbo and Golem, who had the One Ring and extended their lives. Grandpa had the same effect from the Junimos, right? So here in the Granny lore, she was once a corporate worker in the Joja megastructure. Sent to the city as a child and raised far from her magical roots, now returned to her childhood home, a rundown farm left to her by her grandfather, haunted by regret and driven by purpose, to reclaim her soul and make things right. This is also why she has to do all the loved gifts, right? And her heart can't take it. Like and it might not just be like, oh, she's a very soft heart. It's like a spiritual condition. Like her heart will just physically end. It'll stop pumping if she does not give loved gifts. It's her greatest strength and her greatest weakness, you know? The source of all her power is the source of her doom and her undoing. And she's struck a deal with, well, her whole family, by the way, just her whole family has struck a terrible deal with the Junimos. The Junimos bargain. These fairy creatures, they look so kind and cute, but they are perilous. And they aren't evil, so like they don't mean anything bad if it turns out that you make a deal with them and it ends up being a curse. It's kind of your own fault for making a deal with a fairy. So yeah, the grandfather lived far beyond a normal lifespan. The Junimos were the mysterious forest spirits who preserved him for a purpose, right? It's not entirely clear what sort of nonsense Grandpa was getting up to during his life. But, you know, even the Junimos couldn't forestall death. And with his passing, the burden has now shifted to Granny, right? The community center, because no one else in town can see the Junimos except the wizard. We'll get to the wizard and the witch. They are a part of the lore that we are creating. So the catch is that each time Granny fails in her mission, the Junimos rewind time. She is reborn, but her soul grows wearier. She must succeed or relive eternity. And this is basically if she doesn't give a loved gift or she fails a help wanted quest, the Junimos reset time. And she wakes up with her soul slightly thinner. And she has to, like Groundhog Day, restart from spring 1 and make sure she gets all those loved gifts. She cannot live out the rest of her life until she breaks this blessing and curse that she has. Oh, DV, you're helping me with the finish. The axe is kirves, a pickaxe is a haku, and a hoe is a kuoka. Kirves, haku, kuoka. Thank you for that. So now coming back to the wizard and the witch, who are mysterious figures in Stardew, but Granny is the thread that ties it all together. Granny's mother is the witch, and Grandpa is the father of the witch. So it's like the Grandpa is her maternal grandfather, and then her father, Granny's father, is the wizard, right? So the wizard married into this magical family, and that's how he got his powers as well. And the backstory here is that this farmhouse, actually, the reason that the farmhouse has fallen into disrepair is that it was actually where her parents had raised her, or where she was born. But they tapped into the Junimos power and were forever changed. And it's not fully explained what's happened, but maybe we can get more into that as we develop the lore. But wait, well, let's continue. I still have more slides. Look at this. So the witch took more of the magic than the wizard, knowing the risks and realizing the danger. They sent Granny away to protect her. So that's why Granny has grown up in Zuzu City and then worked for Joja. Her parents wanted her to have the opportunity to live a normal life because they're living under the curse of the Junimos magic. And so now Granny returns, unaware how deep the valley's magic runs. But she has some inkling, right? She knows that she comes from a kind of magical family. But her family has been fractured. The wizard and the witch were once in love, but now estranged. Their paths split over how to handle the Junimo's power. The witch lives in isolation to shield the valley from her dangerous magic. And the wizard remains near town, pursuing his own quiet studies. So yeah, I would like to develop more, like why her mother ended up worse affected, and kind of forced to flee. But yeah, she lives off in the witch's hut that we don't have access to, and that's part of Granny's story. Granny wants to get access to the witch's hut for a couple reasons. We'll get there in a second, but yeah. The wizard remains near town, pursuing his own quiet studies. Their separation is the shadow Granny was born under, right? So she's coming back. She wants to figure out what happened. Now, this is maybe the single most important character in the whole game. The henchman. The henchman, the witch's henchman is Granny's former husband, the husband who was lost. Granny's husband fell terminally ill in the city. And so they were unable to get proper health care, or the doctors couldn't help. So they returned to the valley, desperate for a cure. And a ritual was performed using Junimo magic. It saved his life, but at a terrible cost. He was transformed into a goblin-like creature, losing all memory of her. So like his brain was like wiped. So this is also, Granny is just completely heartbroken. This is part of why her heart is quite fragile. You know, she was so shaken by the loss of her loving, handsome husband, transformed into this, you know, mindless, heartless goblin creature. But she's also happy that at least he gets to live. And in his goblin capacity, he is as happy as a goblin can be, right? So she wants to be happy for him. But obviously she couldn't bring him back to Zuzu City. So the mom, being a badass mom, the witch, she took him in. And so she watches over the henchman, and he serves as her silent henchman, like the guardian leading up to the witch's hut. So Granny stays in the valley partly to see him again, maybe even save him, right? So there's some part of her that still wants to rescue her husband. Now, the empty chapel, the Yoba, right? This is the religion of Stardew Valley. And the grandpa was actually the high priest. You know, that's why whenever you go here, there's no priest that performs any of the services anymore, because that was grandpa. And it's sort of now an abandoned chapel in Pierre's store. The spiritual heart of Pelican Town has gone silent. Is Granny meant to revive more than just the farm? That's part of our challenge. We need to find more ways to connect Yoba and this to the Junimos and the witch and the wizard and everything, but maybe we'll get there. So yeah, the mystery unfolds. As Granny works toward perfection, she must also reconnect with her family, uncover the Junimo's true intent, decide whether this cycle is her curse, her penance, or her purpose, and face the ultimate question. What does it mean to be perfect when your soul is in pieces? Bum, bum, bum. There you go. Look, I'm here for the lore, all right? Enough lore. Okay. Oh, and we got salmonberry in Finnish is Alaskan vatukka, the Alaskan raspberry. So yeah, salmonberry. I don't know if I've ever seen a salmonberry. They're like in the Pacific Northwest, so like Alaska, right? But also, I mean, not further south of Alaska, like in Washington, you can get them where Concerned Ape is from. So the developer of this game like based certain things off of the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, Lohimaria, the salmon berry. I think it's probably good for me just to cut all this grass back because I don't have any animals yet to benefit from it. And it might be better to create more opportunity for the artifact spots. So we'll do that. We'll leave the copper. Yeah, the salmon snake, Lohicaterme, which is a dragon. I do know that. 27. Put that. I should have planted them there. I forgot. Oh well. All right. Did we... Wait a second. Did we check the Help Wanted quest board today? We must have, right? I'm gonna go check it. We have time. But I don't want to have the doubt in my mind that maybe we forgot. Yeah, nothing. There's nothing. I'm panicking. But we just have to make sure we check that every day. But yeah, it doesn't take long to check. That's good. Okay, now it's Pam's birthday. It's gonna rain tomorrow. Okay. Okay, I want to check. Actually, we can give Pam this gold parsnip. That's perfect. I'm gonna take that out now. And the quality of the gift is taken into account, so it is better to give like a gold or a silver parsnip than to give another loved item that doesn't have like a quality associated with it, like beer. I just realized I'm dumb. I'm supposed to check the artifact spots today. I'm supposed to check the artifact spots today. Which means I have to do all this watering over again. If I don't get the whatever the artifact, it's fine. Watering crops is fun. All right, this is Stardew Valley. It's all about repetitive movements. All right, just please, artifact spot, give me what I want. I forgot that I need to wake up and first thing every morning do the artifact spots. To get the, what is it? The ancient doll. Each day kind of blends into the next, because I was even thinking, I'm like, wait, did we check the saloon yesterday? But we did. It was a fish taco, right? I remember it was an expensive fish taco. Yeah, check here. There is a help wanted quest. We might as well look at it. A cave carrot. We got that. No problem. Willie. Ancient doll. Rusty spoon. Come on, we can do it. We can will the ancient doll into existence. Another thing I'm forgetting to do is to come down to the ocean and reset the crab pots. Because we need the lobster. I also need to run down here and get this forage. That's what I'll do. It's like, yeah, artifact spots are so unreliable. We just need pink cake. We could get the pink cake. Either at the saloon or, I mean, there's several options we could get from the traveling cart. Sorry, my brain can't function while I'm I can't talk and think at the same time. I don't understand how some people can do that. Let's check this. Please, ancient. No. All right. Let's reload it. It's okay. We didn't get the ancient doll. But if we had gotten the ancient doll, that would have been awesome. And I would have been really glad we checked. It'll only take a minute to get back to where we were. I watered all of these. It's like 120 spots or something crazy. Can't talk and chew gum at the same time. There is that expression like, wait, you can't walk and chew gum at the same time? I never understood that expression. Because I'm like, what? Or it's like, I've heard you can't like rub your, this was as a kid, we would do this. It was like, can you rub your belly and pat your head at the same time? And it's really difficult to like move one hand in a circle while moving the other hand in a different motion up and down. Dude, I actually like this well. This is dope. This is a good addition. By the way, what was the help wanted quest? I already forgot what it was asking for. It was the cave carrot, right? Wait, was it a cave carrot? Oh shoot, I thought it was a regular carrot. But it did say cave carrot. Oh, that's bad. That means we have to go into the mines. I'm not happy about that. What's the fortune for today? It's a good humor day. If there is a good day to go, I think it's probably today. We could just try to go down to floor 5. Get some cave carrots. Hydrate. Because my room is like 80 degrees Fahrenheit or whatever, 25 to 27 degrees Celsius. I do want to plant these seeds again. Okay, if we're gonna go... Yeah, I'm missing a row, Lenny. Wait, I'm missing a row of watering? Oh, I am. Look. This is that. See, you thought that was my mistake. That was actually me in character, role playing as Granny, and Granny doesn't always have it all together. All right, so I would never make that mistake myself, but because I'm really good at role playing, I did that. I did that for you guys. Okay. Let's put some stuff away here. I guess we're just gonna go. We're just gonna go to the mines. So the downside, here's the downside of going to the mines. Once we go to the mines, we unlock monster eradication quests. The help wanted quests that require you to go and kill a certain number of slimes or, you know, dust sprites and whatnot. And as a part of this challenge, we cannot take any damage. If I take damage, I have to reset the day. So yeah, that's also part of the, I don't know, the thought process here. Oh, and Lemon, welcome in, by the way. I see you there. Yeah, we are on attempt number 4, but we've made it really far into the attempt. I'm feeling much more confident. We just need to get past Jas, and then we're pretty safe. We're pretty safe. And though the help wanted quest might throw us for a loop, but the help wanted quests aren't as dangerous as the birthdays. You like it? You like this temperature, Lemon? Which attempt has been the longest? This one. Every other attempt we've had never made it past week 1. But we're on week 3 now. We made it past the 2 most difficult birthdays. And so we're kind of in smooth sailing. Okay, I have some food with me. We need to give a gift. Oh my gosh, what if I forgot? We'll go find Pam. Let's go do that. Part of me wants to go forage. Also a part of me... Wait, did I... Hold on, I gotta see something. Do I have... No, I don't. Oh, yes! Oh, I'm glad I came back. I totally forgot. We've got all these broken tridents. That's really good for us. Okay. So we have a good weapon. Right? If I... Oh. You're having a LAN party at your place. Sounds pretty fun. Don't know how to survive with this heat wave. Yeah, the cave carrot. I was thinking this was easy because we've been growing carrots, but they're not cave carrots. Cave carrots can only be found in the mines, I believe. I don't think you can get it from the trash or anything else. So we have to go into the mines, which I'm trying to avoid. But yeah, let's, before I go, I want to take care of this. New achievement, Old Mariner. All right. I mean, getting the cave carrot shouldn't be that hard, but yeah, this is good damage compared to what we would get with a basic. You'll see the basic sword is so bad compared to this. Also, by the way, the fact that I have 3 broken tridents is insane. Like, the luck, I don't know what the chance is, but it's pretty rare. So yeah, now we're in the mines. Like, look at this. 2 to 5 damage. Get out of here. Oh, I forgot to give Pam her gift. We'll come back for that. I'm just gonna eat this carrot. All right, let's go. There are never any enemies on this first floor for some reason. Okay, we got a ladder. Oh, I don't like that. So my strategy is to break these. The cave carrots are most likely to come from the barrels and crates and whatnot. Let's... Boom. I can take them out with 1 hit with my special attack. Huh. No. Leave me alone. I need my special attack to, like, recharge. There we go. Look at that. 0 damage. Right? 100. The only problem here are the rock crabs. Because if I run past a rock crab and I don't notice, and it might jump up and hit me, and that would cause me to reset the day. Those darn rock crabs. There we go. No cave carrots. See, I'm not even afraid. I'm not even afraid of you little punks. I got my trident. Oh, I wasn't ready. No! That... Ah! All right, here's how we're going to play this. We're not watering the crops. That is a future Tyler problem. Okay, we're just going straight. Do these all have the same... Oh, they don't all have the same modifiers. Okay, this has +2 speed. That's the one I want. All right. Give me that. Actually, leave that carrot. Give me the parsnip. Give me a chest. And then, we're just... Actually, I don't even need to collect the quest. The help wanted quest. We can just go straight and do it. That way, if I do take damage again, it's not a big deal. All right, we don't need to do all the watering over again. But yeah, wait. Oh, sorry, I missed. You guys are in chat giving me some stuff. Do you name the granny with the same name each attempt? Well, the first attempt, we chose Fern as the name. I like how Lewis is like taking a piss behind his bush or whatever. Every morning, that's what he does, first thing. That's a nice touch. I like that. But now, the past few attempts, I've just named her Granny every time. But we give her a different, like, style. We let the gods decide. But yeah. Oh, you're going to Talon 27. Must be pretty nice. Hope you have fun there. You have a granny name, Lemon? Is it a Finnish name? Wait, I almost said a naughty word. I was just so surprised. I just have to be careful. Oh, I'll take a dwarf scroll. No, no. Get out of here. If you guys, you got to try this. You got to play the mines. You got to play Stardew damageless. It is terrifying. I have never been more scared of a green slime, literally the easiest enemy in the game, than I am right now in this playthrough. This looks like it might be a rock crab. No, it's not. Okay, good. I don't know. It was kind of on a weird angle. Oh, look at that. Give me the... Oh, yes, we got it. We got the... Okay, we got it. I will try to make it to floor 5. Just so at least we have floor 5s unlocked. I even have to be careful with those bugs. All right, now just got to make it there. Oh. Oh, that's good. I'll take that. Okay, good. Let's get out of here now. Let's skedaddle. I'm wondering, actually, I will leave the rusty sword and the trident. But all this other stuff I could take back. Good. We did it. Stylist Granny. Ruth. It was your nick here before, Helia. Your nickname, like your what is it? Your username here on YouTube? Is that what you mean? Now reach level 40 in the mines. Yeah, right. Okay, we need to give it, we have to go accept the quest. We need to give the birthday gift. Pam should be around. Now let's see, is Pam in her trailer? She is. Happy birthday. She's not happy. She's like, I had too many porters last night. I imagine Pam has this voice where she's like, I once was on an inhaler, but my doctor switched me to a nebulizer. All right, happy birthday. There you go. Yay. So Pam is done. We gave her her nebulizer for her birthday. Let's go ahead and take care of... Oop, Elliot was in the way. Take care of this. Might as well take some of the stuff home. All right, Lemon. Enjoy your LAN party. Oh wait, I gotta give Willy the cave carrot. I forgot. I was just on autopilot resetting the crab pots. And guess what? I forgot to reset the crab pots. I didn't even do that. That's what I get for trying to multitask. I would like to tell you about my thoughts, but it's a fisherman's secret. Boom. All right, there we go. So today is successful. All right. So we did the birthday gift. Let's check the saloon. If we get a pink cake at the saloon, I am going to be so happy. Come on. Chocolate cake. I feel like somebody has to like this. Abigail, Evelyn, and Jody, actually. I mean, we'll have plenty for Abigail, I think. Evelyn will probably be fine, but it is, you know, we'll probably have fairy roses and tulips by that point. But we might as well get the chocolate cake. Yeah, Jody, we already have a vegetable medley. But you know what? We got the money. We got the money. If we got the money, we're going to spend it. It's only 400. If only it was a different type of cake. Then we would be rocking and rolling. I watered the cat. I just had this thought, like, what am I doing with my life? I'm role-playing as a granny in Stardew Valley. But then I thought, that is precisely what I need to be doing with my life. You know? Give me this carrot. I want to take care of some of these trees. Oh, I do want to go forage a little bit. There was a bunch of stuff in Cinder Sap I had been meaning to go collect. So it's probably a good time to do that. And then I can come back and spend the rest of my energy. Not another existential crisis. Look, I reserve the right to have as many existential crises as I like. But I'm not actually. It's like, I had the thought, but then I just was like, no, actually, this is exactly what I need to be doing. Like, Stardew Valley is so wholesome. I mean, it's not like, I don't want to say the game is like wholesome. It is cute. Like, yeah. It's not overly cute. It's wholesome in that it's like a good meal. You know, it's healthy. Chicken soup for the soul. Chicken noodle soup. But by the way, I'll have you know that I never liked chicken noodle soup as a kid. Because it's what my mom would give me anytime I was sick. And for some reason, I'm second guessing what I'm about to say. That's why I'm hesitating. Because I'm thinking, like, is it actually the case that because I was sick, I associated the taste of chicken noodle soup with being sick, and therefore disliked the soup? Or is it actually the case that I never liked it to begin with, and that it was just also it was also given to me under circumstances I was not happy about, you know? I don't know. Well, I wouldn't eat chicken noodle soup nowadays anyway. At least not with chicken in it. But it had a very distinct flavor. You know, that the canned chicken noodle soup. Y'all know what I'm talking about. How am I doing on my foraging is still level 3. But I do want to get up to foraging level 9. Though I'm also debating if I should focus more on upgrading my tools. Upgrading my tools will make doing all of this a lot faster. Didn't even see all of this debris over here. Where'd that come from? There we go. We did everything, right? We gave Pam her gift. We did the help wanted quest. We watered all the crops. The only thing I might start doing now, I might as well like start smelting a little bit, you know? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Huh. We had a... This is weird. Is this a bug, or is this how the game was always designed? We had a quest that was, you know, whatever. What is it? Craft a copper bar. And normally when you complete a quest, you click on it and you get a reward. But the copper bar quest doesn't have a... It just disappeared from the journal. Like, we got the sound notification, and it said journal updated. We had to kill 10 green slimes. We got cheese cauliflower from Pam. My pappy used to make. I feel like we should add to the lore that Pam is related to us in some way. Pam is sort of like a cousin. Like, maybe her pappy was brothers with our grandpa. Because Pam is also quite old. And yeah, I kind of like that. I like that idea. So let's add that. Let's add that to the lore. Pam's pappy is Grandpa's younger brother. And maybe something terrible happened to him due to the Junimo magic. And maybe that's why Grandpa had to get the Junimos involved. The Grandpa, maybe it was Grandpa and Pappy when they were young, you know, like 100 years ago or whenever it was. They got up into some mischief. And they were the two brothers. They discovered the Junimos together. And then something has to happen. I don't know what. We can come up with some ideas, but there was some disaster that happened. Obviously not when they were children. Maybe they made a deal with the Junimos. You know how like in those movies, I feel like kids will make, like in Jumanji or something, I don't know, like the kid gets sent to Jumanji and spends his whole life, you know, and he comes back as whatever. But imagine that they discover the Junimos, but then later in life, whatever deal with the devil they crafted as kids, it comes back to haunt them. And unfortunately, Pappy did not survive. But he did live long enough to have children. He had Pam. But yeah, Pappy passed away due to some Junimo magic gone awry. But for some reason, Grandpa, we still need to figure out what exactly is Grandpa's relationship with the Junimos. How was he able to sort of survive? He was the high priest of the Yoba religion in Pelican Town. Maybe there's some connection to Yoba that like protects him that others don't get. You know, like his daughter, she turned into the witch. I don't know. There's something there. And maybe that's why Grandpa became the high priest, because of the deal that they made with the Junimos when they were young. And Pappy forgot. Pappy got older. He forgot about what he was supposed to do. And then the Junimos called in it's almost like a loan shark. You know, they called in the interest and capital payments on whatever magic they had done for them as children. And Pappy couldn't pay up. And something like that. All right. All right. Jody wants a cauliflower. All right. We can do that. It's not time bound, right? Yeah. But oh, by the way, before we do stuff, I shouldn't have checked all of that. The mail. We first need to go look for our artifact. We also need to check the traveling cart. So we can do that. We'll probably have to reset the day. That's okay. That's what we're in it for. You know, honestly, I would love to see somebody beat Stardew Valley hardcore mode, no resets, damageless. That would be insane. If somebody could achieve perfection without taking a single hit point of damage and without resetting the day. So like a true damageless run, no resets. It's not impossible. It's just not plausible. Especially if you're doing the hard mode mines, you know? Or you do like the Skull Caverns. Like, how are you going to get to floor 100? I mean, it's possible. I shouldn't say how. Like, you can get the staircases. You can cheese it, right? But even doing that is hard. We still haven't gotten a lobster from those crab pots, which is concerning. Well, we didn't get lucky. But I'm also wondering about some of these items. Like perch? Tilapia, poppy. I might get the red cabbage seeds. We already have one. Okay, but let's see. Pancakes. Red mushroom nobody loves. I know that. Pancakes, chowder, and poppy. Let's look these up. The pancakes are loved by Jody, but we already have her chocolate cake and vegetable medley. I know we had poppy on here. Penny loves the poppy. She's a fall birthday, but we do have like diamonds. And wait, when is poppy grown? Is that also a fall flower? It does seem it's a summer flower, so we can grow it. I don't think we need to buy it in that case. What was it? There was the poppy and chowder. Nobody loves chowder. How about that? But we also had, wait, tilapia. We've already caught. Have we caught tilapia? I don't know. Perch. I'm just going to look perch up real quick. Hold on. Give me a sec. Without. Nobody loves perch. There's our father's wizard tower. How do I go down? Yeah. We're not getting artifact spots. Oh, wait. Was there one? There is one still here, I think. Oh, this is a bug. There's something weird about when you reset from the title screen. There's an offset that makes it really difficult to access your machines on a certain tile, like at the bottom of your room. Okay, there we go. All right. Wait. Jody wants a cauliflower? I think we can arrange that. How did it splash in the water here on this tile? Like, come on. Oh, wait, those are... Okay, I'm gonna upgrade one of my tools. I'm also gonna try and turn in some stuff. You know. Have I seen the Stardew Valley anime? 7 or 8 episodes. No, I haven't heard about this. But I'll have to check it out. I don't really watch anime. I wouldn't say I didn't really grow up with anime. But I'd be interested. Wait, okay, we'll turn in this cauliflower. We need to check the special, what is it, the bulletin board. Gotta collect some forage here. We did check the traveling cart already. And there was really nothing there for us to buy. But let's check. Is it? Yep, we got another. You know, it could be worse, right? Slime Hunter. Maybe, should I do it today or tomorrow? I kind of feel like tomorrow, since we already did a bunch of chopping. We can do it tomorrow. And tomorrow's Shane's birthday. But actually, let me pause for a second. I need to take a bathroom break. You think I'm going to like the Stardew Valley anime? I will say the best Stardew Valley production of all time was the Stardew Valley Survivor series that Unsurpassable Z produced with a bunch of Stardew Valley creators. It was hilarious. They came up with all these really fun Stardew Valley like challenges that they had to do against each other, and he filmed it like it was a reality TV show, and it was like kind of scripted. It was scripted in a way where like there were like these interviews that he would have with the different people, and their little avatars would be like in the back room of the saloon or whatnot. Oh. All right. Wait, what was I going to do today? I was going to go turn in some stuff. Yeah. Jody wants the cauliflower. Let's just give that to her now. I believe she should be in here. We'll check the saloon on our way up. Want to hear a dirty joke? A man fell in a mud puddle. Fried calamari is a loved gift for... Is it... Pierre? Yeah, Pierre loves... Hey, this is that. Oh, this is really good. Otherwise, we would have to purchase the price catalog. And I think the price catalog, it costs like 3,000 gold. Yeah, it sells for 1,000, but it costs 3,000 to purchase. So we could avoid that. Or at least we aren't dependent on it. Of course, I would still prefer to see what do you think? 2? Do you think 2 is enough, or should I just buy all 3? You know what? I'm a man. Actually, I'm not a man. I'm a granny. Granny is stocking up. She knows a deal when she sees one, and she knows that she's not going to regret stocking up on the fried calamari. I like the idea that she buys this food and she's just going to keep it for the next like 3 years of gifts. You know, like it doesn't go bad. You know, it doesn't expire. The food never expires. All right, let's upgrade. The axe for sure is the most important. Yeah, 2,000. And it works because tomorrow I won't need the axe. I need the pickaxe for tomorrow for the slimes. But yeah. All right, 27, you're heading out. You got an early morning. All right. A long trip to Helsinki. And then the ferry terminal. That's right. You're going to Tallinn. All right. Well, thanks for dropping by. I'm not going to stream too much longer. I actually think this might be my last day, because I'm realizing if I don't go to bed soon, then I'm going to struggle to get enough sleep just because of how hot it is. Okay, let's donate. The scroll. All right, we get some melon seeds. Okay, for summer. That's nice. I like it. Okay. What do I need to do now? I want to reset the crab pots. So try and get a lobster. This is crazy. I also want to purchase the bridge. Here. That's why I brought the wood with me. And this will give us more area for the artifact spots. Oh. This old mariner, like, who is he? I've got this old amulet to sell, but something tells me you're not ready for it, miss. Don't you speak to me like that. I am a grandma. I don't think you're ready for what I'm about to throw down. I was debating, is there forge down there, or did I pick that all up yesterday? I think I did. Let me just double check the traveling cart just to make sure. You know, the red cabbage, we already have red cabbage. I'm wondering, should I get another? I don't think so. I don't know, maybe I do need more. Because what if I get a like help wanted quest for red cabbage? I need one for the community center, but I might need another for a help wanted quest. I don't know. Well, we'll be on the safe side. Yeah, red cabbage is a summer crop. For some reason, it feels in my mind like it should be a fall crop. Oh, and hey, look, we got some moss finally. That's nice. Let me see here. So I'm going to need some more copper. I can make 2 more copper bars. I'll have 3. I need 5 to upgrade the pickaxe. Iron is going to be a challenge because like this... So this will be... If I get... I need 11 more iron ore to then upgrade the pickaxe. Or sorry, the axe... The regular axe to the steel axe. All right. But I'm kind of wondering, what can I do? Because I no longer have my axe. Let me check if there are any regular nodes over here I can break. Nope. I might as well just go forage really quick. Or try to break any, yeah. Break those. All right. We got some seeds. I suppose we could have also gone fishing, but this works too. Not a fan of where I planted those trees. I don't know what I was thinking there, but... All right. At the cat. We already did. Wait, wasn't it... Was it anybody's birthday? The 19th? Hold on, let me just double check. No. So the 18th is Pam's, and the 20th is Shane's. So we'll go on the 20th. But yeah, I'm going to actually end the stream. Farmer's lunch, okay. Level 4 foraging, we can make the tappers now. That's nice. Yeah, I think this is a good place to wrap it up. I would have liked to finish the week, you know, to do a full week, but we'll have to pick it up another time. So yeah, thank you guys for joining the stream. Thanks for humoring me as I develop the granny lore. We've added Pappy to the list of characters of the backstory. Pam's Pappy. And that's Pam, by the way, that is Pam's grandfather. Right? To me, a Pappy is a grandfather, not a father. So that's why it makes sense that Granny and Pam both share a common great grandparent. Or well, common great grandparents, because their grandfathers were brothers. The Lord, it deepens. So yeah, guys, thanks for joining the stream. I'll be back another time, maybe this weekend, but if not, we'll be every Thursday. We do a gaming stream, so at the very latest, a week from now. And I do Finnish language live stream. So if you want to watch me struggle to learn the Finnish language, tune in on Tuesdays. That's what we're doing. But yeah, thank you, 27, Victor, Lemon, DV, everyone who is here in chat. I appreciate it. Ani, I think you were here. Hope you all have, a good start to your weekend tomorrow, and hope to see you back here with a continuation of the Granny Challenge. Every birthday, loved gift, help wanted quests, no damage. See you in the next one. Goodbye.